Hi guys, welcome to or back to my channel. My name is Hannah and you're listening to Hannah's World. Listening to, watching, however you feel you would like to consume this content, I'm forever grateful. Also, like, Hannah's World is a working title on like this kind of talking format for me because I have no clue what to call it. I did upload the last episode to Spotify just because I want y'all to be able to listen to this just audio only on Spotify or whatever. I don't really know how other people listen to podcasts. I mean, I get people listen to stuff on Apple Podcasts, but I don't quite understand why people do when there's Spotify. I guess that's just me being pro Spotify. I was an Apple girly a long time ago, and then I went to college and everyone had Spotify, and I was like, oh, Spotify is like so much cooler, and everyone can post their end of the year wraps, and Spotify is just like, I feel like a premium place to listen to podcasts and also music. So therefore right now I think I'm only on Spotify and obviously on YouTube. So if you're watching the video, I think I can also upload the video to Spotify. If you choose to watch it that way, feel free. But hi, how is everyone? For this episode today, I thought we would talk about kind of my summer favorites. I was uploading these monthly, basically spring and winterish. I just think this is a fun way to talk about things I've been obsessed with because obviously I'm but a human and I'm obsessed with things in an unhealthy way sometimes, or I just think it's kind of fun to highlight things that have made me happy over the last kind of couple months. We're gonna say this is July favorites slash an ongoing summer favorites because I probably will have an August favorites, but I haven't got to tell you things I really enjoyed from June and July. Taking my chance now to let you know what I've been obsessed with. Also, I did add a hate list, even though I would like to keep this somewhat positive. Let's just dive right into it. I usually have my little notebook, but today I just wrote this down on my notes app. Let's start out with the lake. I grew up in a lake family, us going to the lake every single summer, maybe a couple times a summer my whole life. Therefore, I have this like loving, warm feeling towards the lake. Being from a landlocked state, the ocean is terrifying to me. Living in Maine, the ocean was still terrifying for me. I like to look at it. I like to maybe just kind of like get a little wet in the shallow section, but overall, like, I truly feel like the lake is superior because no sharks. Therefore, you can just kind of like sit in it and enjoy the water. It's just a giant pool at the end of the day that you can ride boats around in. That's another thing. You don't have to worry about waves and jellyfish and like stepping on something sharp. I mean, there are still sharp things in lakes like pollution, like bottles or rocks. So there's always things to look out for. Obviously, there are cons to both. There are pros to both. But I personally love the lake. I got to be there for the 4th of July this year with my family. The lake is just so fun and boat rides are so fun. We honestly had the best weather over 4th of July. I mean, obviously it was super hot, but when you're in the lake and it's super hot, not so bad. And I got a little tan and just got to enjoy the sun. Maybe on a lily pad. It's just superior. It's just awesome. Plus, like, the lake was the perfect temperature. It had like just rained the week before. Pools are probably my second favorite bodies of water. Lakes, pools, ocean, and then maybe ponds. But that leaves out rivers. So maybe like lakes, pools, rivers, ocean, ponds. Even though like I've never really swam in a pond, they just kind of scare me because they grow stuff, and the fish, if there are fish in it, smaller area, more likely to hit a fish. Rivers are at least like moving a lot of the time, so like if there is anything in it, not as likely. It's probably more in the center. Wait, I don't know. I feel like fish kind of hang out on the edges of ponds, right? I don't know. I just think they're like a little bit cleaner than ponds because moving bodies of water. I don't know. First favorite, lakes. Second thing is going to be wallflowers, and this is like from Bath and Body Works, specifically wallflowers, just because I moved into a big new place and it came with a little bit of a smell, specifically a dog smell, because whoever lived here last had dogs. I don't personally have any dogs, although I go back and forth frequently about wanting a dog. I think, you know, if you have a dog, you have a little bit more grace of that smell because you're used to it. But if you come from a household that doesn't have dogs, doesn't have that smell of dogs, doesn't have dog hair, you are used to maybe like more of a neutral scent or like a house smell. So I purchased multiple wallflowers and multiple like wallflower inserts. I like that you can change up your smell in your house whenever you want. You can make it seasonal. You can do different areas, different smells, different rooms, different smells. It's kind of fun. I know there are people that are like a part of the non-toxic community that probably don't think wallflowers are good. They probably think that wallflowers are poisoning to you. I say multiple things are poisoning me all the time. Okay, so what's a wallflower gonna do? I also have sugar. I also have gone out in the sun without sunscreen before. Like, I think I'm gonna be good with a wallflower here and there. Wallflowers greater than smell of dog. And maybe like I'll get to a point where the wallflowers have flushed out that smell of dog permanently, and then the carpets or walls have soaked up the smell of wallflowers, so I won't have to use my wallflowers as much. Maybe. Like, I promise you the smell of dog like isn't that bad. I'm just hypersensitive, especially moving into a new place. Maybe it's just me, but like until I have seen and discovered every corner of this place and cleaned them, I just like don't feel comfortable. I don't know. Maybe that's like a OCD thing for me. I don't know. Okay, let's move on to the next one, and that is gonna be Sonic. I am talking about Sonic, the drive-through, the place that you go and park your car. There's like car hops. Moving from Maine to Oklahoma, there was no Sonics in Maine. Closest Sonic was in Massachusetts, and that was about 2 hours from me. But there was just no Sonic in the state of Maine at all, I'm pretty sure, which I saw as a business idea, personally. I think that is something that they need there. Franchise Sonic in Maine. They just have Dunkin's on every single corner and a lot of McDonald's as well. Maybe they are just more in the market for coffee because it is like colder, but like during the summer and during the fall, like I'm driving around, I want a little nice drink. I don't want to have to go to a Cumbies. I don't want to have to go to like a Stop and Shop to get a drink, you know? And they do sell refreshers and stuff. I get it at Dunkin', at Starbucks, McDonald's, but like they are lacking a Sonic. Maine doesn't like new places though. Maine likes their old, they like what they have. Maybe they think it's like not healthy, I don't know. But like neither is Dunkin'. Neither is consuming multiple coffees a day, but yet that's all they have available. So maybe they're like, oh, time to get another iced coffee. Thanks to Dunkin'. I have nothing against Dunkin'. I really like Dunkin', but I really like Sonic more. So fast forward to me moving to Oklahoma. There is multiple Sonics in my town, and there are Sonics all over the state. I grew up a Sonic girl, so being here and it being extremely hot here in Oklahoma, we have made like daily Sonic trips. It's an all-day happy hour if you order through the app. So taking advantage of that, like the drink's like $1 or something. Don't feel so guilty about going every single day. Also has great food, okay? Love Sonic's little snacks. I love Sonic. Next favorite, talking about Dunkin', is coffee. My morning routine kind of revolves around coffee, and I am absolutely addicted. Like, I will get a headache later in the day if I don't consume coffee, I feel like now, which isn't a good thing, but I genuinely enjoy the ritual of morning coffee, the act of making my coffee, having a nice warm beverage in the morning. I love my coffee. I love the taste of coffee. I drink it black. Yep, I'm cool. So I'm just moving into this new home and making my coffee in the morning, and also just, I don't know, it's something that's comforting that I can bring to wherever I go, and it's just nice having my morning coffee. It just makes me feel grounded. It makes me like think, okay, I can get my day started now. Gets me going. So love my coffee. Next thing I want to touch on is, you know, a little bit on the subject of the previous owners that lived in my house having dogs. I shampooed the hell out of this carpet when I moved in here. We also had it professionally shampooed. That being said, there is still like a little bit of a scent if you get down and smell it with your nose, okay? And I have done that, and I try not to do it too much because there is still a little bit of scent of dog. I never thought about this being a problem before renting a place with carpet. That is something I will think about often now moving to a new place, because this is not our forever home. Not at all. I have now gotten into the rug game, okay? Actually, I had a couple of rugs given to me, and those went in my bedroom, which I feel like is really weird to have like a giant area rug in your bedroom, but it pretty much covers a lot of my bedroom, so I don't have to touch the floor that the dog used to live on, you know? And like maybe the person that lived here too just like didn't take off their shoes in the house, so they were getting dirt everywhere. I don't know. The carpets were slightly stained. That being said, the rugs make me feel better walking around barefooted, okay? I do wear house shoes quite often, but the rugs look nice. They make me feel better. Also, we had a giant crack in our like kitchen in the tiles. Don't know how that happened. It was here when we got the place, and we put a long runner in front of our fridge, and it has covered that crack up, therefore making the kitchen look better and making us feel better because we don't see that crack or step on that crack and break our mother's backs. Next favorite thing is going to be pest services, okay? We do not have a big problem at all in our new place with insects or rats or mice or anything, okay? Not at all. This was just a service going through a neighborhood knocking and be like, hey, do you want us to spray for bugs? And we're like, you know what? We do, actually. Come spray for bugs. The only like slight issue we had in our house before they came and sprayed was we were seeing a lot of roly-polies entering in by our back door. I don't know how they were getting in, but like we were getting like 20 dead roly-polies every day. My skin does crawl a little bit just saying that. Now, since the pests have sprayed a couple times now, the pests, like insects, people, I don't know what they're called. Now, since they've sprayed a couple times, no roly-polies. They're dead and probably dead outside, okay? They came and like did such a good job covering every inch of our house and also spraying in the yard. Pretty sick. Love that. If I have a choice of whether I want to see spiders in my house or not, I'm gonna choose to not see them. And now that they have sprayed, hardly ever see a spider. I've seen a couple dead ones. A good spider is, okay, say it with me, a dead spider. Okay, next thing is washers and dryers, okay? Do not mind doing laundry at all, but the previous apartment we lived in had a shared washer dryer room with about 12 units in our building. This was not fun. This was not cool. It was kind of expensive too, because it was like $5 every time you did a full load of laundry, probably more than $5 actually. So it wasn't easy to do like a casual load of laundry without spending your whole life savings. That being said, this place we moved into, there were no washer dryer in the place, but there were hookups. So I had a friend that was getting rid of a washer dryer and we said, hey, we'll take them. They were used when they got them, but let me tell you, these washer and dryer, they're awesome. They do the job, they clean our clothes, and they were free, so cannot complain. Not one bit. And it's just like so nice having the freedom of doing laundry whenever you want and having that in your house. It's such a luxury. It's like, this is the first time I've ever, besides living at home, obviously growing up, this is the first time ever since like being responsible for my own laundry all the time that I've had my own washer and dryer, and it's just like kind of fun. I don't mind doing laundry. Don't love folding and putting away clothes. I just want to say, bless up, love having my own washer and dryer. I love my new curtains. Like, that being said, love my new curtains. If you're watching the video, you can see them. They're just gorgeous and beautiful and great quality. Got them on Amazon. Last thing I want to talk about, it's kind of an August favorite, but I love the Olympics. I have discovered some new sports like canoeing. There's like some sort of canoeing obstacle course races. Those are incredibly chaotic and so fun to watch. Who knew, like badminton? I don't know. I just never thought of that as an Olympic sport, but there's so many crazy Olympic sports like breakdancing. Okay. Anyways, those are my favorites. I have two things that I hate that I've found particular that I hate this month, okay? First thing is moving. I don't know, I guess I've just like glamorized moving when I was little because I was like, oh, it seems so fun to live in like new houses and to like have a change of scenery, just live in a new house. Because growing up, I lived in the same house my entire life. Moving sucks. Moving absolutely sucks. There's so much crap. It's so sweaty. In the summer is the worst time to move, and I feel like that's when all the leases are renewing and happening. It's just so miserable. Since we did a cross-country move, it was fun. Our portion of the road trip, the actual packing, unpacking, putting stuff and decorating a new house, making a home is just such a process that no one really talks about because it takes so long. There was just a good like 2 to 3 weeks there that I was like, I hate this. I hate my life. I do not feel at home or comfortable. How am I supposed to focus on finding a job or doing anything else rather than just like moving? So that's something to consider if you're thinking about moving. Maybe it's not the same for everyone, and like maybe I'm just being dramatic. This last time moving was not an exciting move for me. It was hard. It was really hard. Now here we are, pretty much all moved in. It feels nice now, but I do dread the next move because I know that we're going to move again. That being said, we still have crap out that has not been put away, and we've been here for little over a month now. I would like to end on this last thing. I understand that I'm from Oklahoma. I'm from the South. I never understood how crazy the heat was until now. After living in Maine for like a good 3 years, I think my body just completely forgot about heat and how to handle heat. The heat in Oklahoma and Texas, Arizona, everything, everywhere down here, it's real, okay? The heat is like unlike anything else. Like, it is affecting my body, and maybe I'm just getting older too. If I don't drink enough water, if I don't make myself comfortable, I will like have a full-on meltdown. I miss that 80-degree high that we had in Maine. Like, that was it. It was just gorgeous. There are so many times we go outside and it's just like, it is so wonderful. Here it's like Is it fall yet? When is it gonna be 70 degrees? We're kind of having a heat wave right now. High of about 104 this week. Anyways, but I do love being back in Oklahoma, but I miss the northeastern summer so bad. So bad. Anyways, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed this. I will be uploading this to Spotify, like I said, and I'm trying to make this an every Monday thing. So drop a comment letting me know what you'd like to hear me talk about. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'll be uploading a video later this week as well. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I have to say. I'm out of words. I'm gonna go. Yeah. That's about it. That's all I have to say. I'm out of words. I'm gonna go try to cool off. Even being by a window in this heat, I'm sweating. See you guys next week. I love ya. Bye.